Our GH Spoilers video preview video is here. Find out what the Port Charles Power players are plotting this week. Dex, Evan Hofer, is on the roof with Joss, Eden McCoy, and he shocks her. "I'm so sorry, Joss." She's confused and asks him, "Why are you making it sound like you're leaving?" "Well, there's a good reason for that, it seems." "I am," he admits to her surprise. Next, we have Nina, Cynthia Watrous, in Carly's Laura Wright kitchen of all places, with the woman herself. It seems like Carly must press Nina's buttons again because Nina says, "And to think I felt guilty." Of course, this makes Carly ask, "Guilty about what?" Michael, Chad Jewell, goes to see Sonny, Morris Bernard, and tells his estranged father that he needs things to change. Sonny has his own truth to lay on him, presumably including Nina's thoughts. "We don't want to be kept from our family. Who will spill their secret?" See it all for yourself in the sneak peek video below. GH made its debut in 1963 and was created by the husband and wife team of Frank and Doris Hersley, taking place at a hospital but in an unnamed city. In fact, the setting wasn't named as Port Charles until the 1970s. General Hospital is the longest-running soap opera currently on air, from legendary Laura's Jenny Francis, 4 decades on and off and back on as the show's leading heroine, to Anna Devane's Finola Hughes, super spy exploits, to Sonny Corinthos, Morris Bernard, and his mobster activities. GH certainly knows how to please their viewers. More than 5 decades of gripping drama as well as love in the afternoon have kept this ABC daytime soap on the air and winning daytime Emmys. Epic romances, action-adventure stories, and love on the run have enthralled viewers over the years. GH Spoilers have made it clear that Valentin Cassadine has been through some serious trauma lately. His own father was happy to use him as a test subject for a deadly virus, while his mother made a special trip back from hell to tell her son he'd soon be down there with her. As a result, Valentin almost lost everybody he loves, not to mention allowing the literal end of the world. Once upon a time, Valentin, James Patrick Stewart, would have been the one with the evil plans. He was supposedly the only Cassadine even Helena, Constance Towers, was afraid of. He terrorized Anna, Finola Hughes, stole Lulu's, Ryland Child, and went head-to-head with the world. But then, well, you know how it is. Cupid's arrow struck Valentin. He and Anna fell in love, and Valentin lost his edge. Would it be that unreasonable for Valentin to draw the conclusion that him leaving the dark side for sweetness and light is what almost killed Laura, Jenny Francis, Trina, Tabiana Ali, Anna, and by extension, since she is part of the world, his precious Charlotte Victor, Charles Shaughnessy, almost got the best of Valentin because Valentin was distracted by love. No way is he about to let that happen again. GH Spoilers predict that once he returns from Greenland, watch for Valentin to do some deep soul-searching and decide that the only way to protect the people he loves is by becoming a man they cannot love. But it will be for their own good, sure. Anna will cry and try to remind him of the goodness within. But Valentin will send her away. He might give her a choice, embrace the new me or get out. And once she gets out, he will shed some manly tears and tell himself he did it all for her. Luckily, Charlotte will probably like her newly villainous papa. She preferred him that way. These General Hospital spoilers tease a paternity pickle, an epic ambush, and so much more. This will be a week you won't want to miss. A melancholy Cody, Josh Kelly, gets out the DNA test that proves he's Max, John J. York, biological son, ruminates on his choice to keep mum, then finds himself forced to bluff his way out of a potentially ugly situation when Mac spies the paper. After offering his ear to Mac, who's feeling awfully low in light of killing Kevin's, John Lindstrom, inarguably despicable twin, Cody next welcomes Dante, Dominic Zamprogna, to whom he promptly confesses all. Dante's take on the situation: honesty is the best policy. But will Cody agree? A preliminary sweep of the warehouse where an imminent meeting with representatives from Pikeman is to be held ends in bloodshed for Sonny, Morris Bernard, and Dex, Evan Hofer, when the two come under fire from a sniper. During the ensuing melee, both men take steps to shield the other, and in its aftermath, Dex finds himself further conflicted. Will he still be able to imprison the man who risked his life to save him? In other General Hospital spoilers news, Elizabeth, Rebecca Herbst, and Portia, Brooke Kerr, catch up. Nina, Cynthia Watros, gets a reality check. Chase, Josh Swickard, offers comfort, but who's the lucky guy or gal? And Victor, Charles Shaughnessy, becomes privy to some shocking information. Meanwhile, a beleaguered and bewildered Laura, Jenny Francis, finds her services, particularly those peacekeeping skills, much in demand. Finally, General Hospital spoilers have Spencer, Nicholas Alexander Chavez, Joss, Eden McCoy, and Trina, Tabiana Ali, being thrown for a proverbial loop. Might as Prince's Avery Kristen Pohl, imposed stay at Spring Ridge soon be at an end, and all the charges against her dropped. In Greenland, Victor Cassadine's Charles Shaughnessy body is salvaged from the wreckage of the haunted star. Spencer, Nicholas Alexander Chavez, defies the odds and happily reunites with Trina, Tabiana Ali. In Port Charles, Jocelyn wept to Dex about Spencer's plight and wrote him off for dead. Willow, Catelyn McMullen, does her utmost to convince Michael, Chad Duell, not to turn Sonny, Morris Bernard, into the authorities. Sonny informs Diane, Carolyn Hennessy, that he is determined to learn who turned Carly, Laura Wright, into the SEC. Sam, Kelly Monaco, suggests that Nina, Cynthia Watros, turn to Carly for help in bridging the gap between Nana and Willow. Nan approached Carly, issued an apology, and implored her for help, but her groveling is interrupted by Drew's, Cameron Matheson, and Liesl's, Kathleen Gaddy, arrival. Willow is placed in isolation in the lead-up to her bone marrow transplant. Ned, Wally Kurth, defended himself against Brooklyn's Amanda Seton and Olivia's Lisa Locicero, accusations that it was he who sixed the SEC on Drew and Carly. Drew is hauled in for questioning by SEC representatives. Diane rides to his rescue. Drew assaults Ned. Robert, Tristan Rogers, finds himself in demand by Diane and Holly, Emma Sams. Spencer resolves to gain custody of Ace. Laura, Jenny Francis, contemplates life without a big bad to defeat. Taggart, Rail Andrews, cautions Portia, Brooke Kerr, against any attempt to steer Trina away from Spencer. Ned continues to protest his innocence. Drew reaps a benefit of the SEC investigation. He and Carly no longer have to hide their infatuation with one another. And ailing Maxie, Kirsten Storms, asked Sasha, Sophia Matson, to step into the breach. Asm, Avery Kristen Pohl, reclaims Ace. Trina reveals that she's ready to take a DNA test and find out who her biological father is. Curtis, Donald Turner, is offered employment by the WSB. Selena, Lydia Look, agrees to give Cody, Josh Kelly, and Gladys a seat at her next poker game. Tracy, Jane Elliott, revealed what quid she wanted for her quo, and that was for Brooke Lynn to return to her job at Deception and keep Tracy apprised of the goings-on in research and development. Chase, Josh Swickard, is welcomed back to the PCPD. Sasha agrees to return to the set of Home and Hearth. Ava cautions Nina against confessing to being the one who ratted Carly and Drew out to the SEC. Michael informs Dex, Evan Hofer, that he wants to call their revenge scheme off. Diane reveals that Drew and Carly are in a world of trouble.